Hey guys, it's Brad, the owner of Thunder Valley Fitness, and I just wanted to kind of tell my fitness and business journey story and kind of the origin of it and how we got to 10 years of business at Thunder Valley. So I thought I'd hop on the microphone today and just take you all back to 2003 with me and how we got to where we're at today. So I met Carson Newman. I'm a freshman in 2003, going to the cafeteria all the time, eating as much as you want, and I gained probably 20-25 pounds. So I remember seeing this picture of me that was taken at a Mexican restaurant, and I didn't realize how much weight I had gained. And I just really remember that picture standing out and how I needed to really turn around all this weight I'd gained. So that summer, start running all the time. I think I was doing almost 3 miles a day, and over the course of that summer, I lost all that weight that I'd gained, plus some. So I think I remember being almost 160 pounds, and like just to put it in perspective, I'm about 185 today. So, but I lost all that weight basically through cardio, and so it was more like my junior year that I really started lifting weights with my college roommate, Chip Gibson, who owns an F45 in Knoxville now. So he kind of showed me the ins and outs of weightlifting, and the transformation I saw with my body was pretty remarkable. I'd never really done an organized strength program before. So it's now 2007, and I graduate college and I take a job in Knoxville that I just really didn't enjoy. And I remember during that time that I was in Knoxville, the only thing that really made me happy was working out and exercising. So months go by in Knoxville, and I decide I'm going to be a personal trainer. I'm going to quit this job, probably making $45,000 or so at the time, and I'm going to start personal training. So I applied for a job at National Fitness Center in Morristown. So I drive up from Knoxville one day, and I'm told that during this interview I'm going to have to run the guy that was over the training department through a leg workout. So I literally got on Google and typed leg workout, and I remember it was like lunges. I think we did some step-ups, leg extension, and a leg curl with a calf raise or something. And he offered me a job. So, but where I wasn't certified yet, he gave me 8 hours a week at $8 an hour. And all I would do is just make sure people on the floor would not injure themselves while they were on machines. So very, very low entry position. And I'm now at this time working on my ISSA personal training degree certification, and I finally passed that. And so this is probably 2008 now. And I start getting personal training clients. So I'm working with clients, and by 2009, I am the top producing trainer at the National Fitness Center in Morristown. So I'm working for a guy named Randy, and he ends up taking a job up here in Johnson City at Lifestyle Center. So I follow him up. I'm just looking for a way to get out of Morristown. And I'm up here, and I'm doing 3 days a week at Lifestyles, and then I'm still keeping a small client base back in Morristown until I can build up my clientele in Johnson City and be up here full time. So I'm either driving to Johnson City or I'm coming back to Morristown every single day. So I'm going one direction or the other. So I'm up at Lifestyles now for a couple years, and after 2 years of being at Lifestyles, and just to put this in perspective, we had 25 trainers on staff at Lifestyles and a $100,000 a month goal. And so by 2 years at Lifestyles, I'm now one of the top 4 producing trainers there. And so I'm starting to hear about this CrossFit thing. And my first CrossFit workout ever was a treadmill Murph. So that was my entry workout. But so I'm doing some of this CrossFit training with my personal training clients, but I'm not certified yet. So that fall, I get certified in CrossFit. This is 2012. And I had given the owner of Lifestyle a business proposal to start a CrossFit gym at Lifestyle because I just didn't have any means to start one on my own. I don't have that kind of money as I guess I would have been 25 at that point, year old, and he sees it as very dangerous and people are going to get hurt, and he didn't want to commit a lot of money to doing this, so that was just kind of out of the option to start one at Lifestyle. As we all know, they now have one, but that's a different story for another day. But I'm doing a CrossFit competition that fall, and my parents come watch me. It's in Morristown, and this is like grassroots CrossFit days where, the community was just outrageous. It was just this underground thing that nobody knew about yet, and I'm doing muscle ups. So we got a 4-person team competition up in Morristown. I'm the only person on my team that could do a muscle up. So doing my muscle ups in this workout, and then I just absolutely hit failure. And everybody in the room just starts cheering me on. And my parents were there. And that was very impactful for them to see the community supporting someone that was failing. So it wasn't but just a week or two later that they actually started their CrossFit journey at Five Rivers in Morristown with Galen and Justin. So they start doing that together, my mom and dad, and they see how it's impacting their lives. So they decide to help me start what is now known as Thunder Valley. So pretty cool how that all played out. But in 2012, to just rewind a little bit, Chris Raznick, business partner, moves from Nashville back to the area, and he starts working at Lifestyles. And he and I just kind of hit it off and become good friends. And I proposed this idea of doing the CrossFit gym with him, and he was all for it. So that's kind of how we got together. But from there, we opened Thunder Valley, and I remember Chris and I having a goal of I think 80 to 90 members by year one, and we definitely made that happen. So that was pretty cool. And then as the years went on, we had more competition in the area. I think at one point there were almost 7 gyms, and here we are today, one of 2 in Johnson City still. So I mean that means a lot, and it's been cool just to see the maturity of the business and just all the people that we've met over the years in the CrossFit community. But not to get back on track, it's 2016 now, and we start working with Steve Pinkerton out of Charlotte. He was the owner of the facility we did our level 1 at. So we start working with Steve, and he starts coaching us, and this is right around when we decide to move from our first location on Bristol Highway to the one on Silverdale. So he's just talking about the importance of a larger building and how that would give us the opportunity to start this program like his that he has in Charlotte called EvoFit, which to you guys now know that it's our Fit Club program, which just recently turned 5 years old. So that spot, Silverdale, allowed us to really have new opportunities to grow the business. And so that was a good phase of our business story, because that square footage allowed us to reach out to a new population of individuals we would have never got to. But through working with Stu Brower out of Charlotte, and just hearing him always preach the importance of operational capacity, we decided that two things. We needed to come up with a long-term game plan as far as like an investment or a direction for our future. So purchasing the spot on Hanover gave us just that. And then secondly, we needed to run a more efficient and lean business, because in business your biggest expense is your overhead costs. So hence the move to from an 11,000 square foot facility to a 3,000 square foot facility. So obviously there's been learning curves and aches and pains with moving down to a smaller spot, but I honestly feel it's, making those mistakes, like having rent and overhead that's so expensive, and just seeing how much wasted space that we had at the 11,000 square foot facility, that's helped us think more logically and just be more efficient with our day-to-day operations. And not to mention, these days we can clean and just have better tabs on the business with a smaller surface area. So that's kind of from 2003 to now, and looking to just continue our journey and continue to grow, and not to be cheesy, but get better every day. So if you've never heard it, there is kind of my fitness journey and just the business's story. So anyway, if you listened, I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys soon.